Drip Scratchies. Everybody loves it. It's a new and upcoming feature for Drip. And Potter says, no way! Welcome back to the channel where we build financial power. My name is Matt, and this is
Potter.
Yes. And
Phrasing.
She fights the power of everyone that says Scratchies is a great thing.
That is not true.
I'm building it up a little bit, but Potter is of a different voice of this new thing called Scratchies. It's coming out who knows when for Drip and the Drip Echo it's for the Drip ecosystem, I guess you'd call it, in Animal Farm. But we're going to talk about that today. Potter, before we dive all the way into it, how you feeling?
It's pretty blood red out there today.
Yeah.
Right. But hey, the good news is, I told the Patreon group ahead of this, hey guys, everything I'm hearing, expect this. Like, so we weren't sitting around going, what's happening?
Yep.
We expected this downturn, right? And it should be incredibly bloody, because only thing it's going to do is revisit the lows that were already oversold, right? Historically, that's what this means, not financial advice. It's based off of my own analysis. And I think that history has shown that when things are already oversold and somebody just says, hey, let's try one more oversold run.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's what this is, because the prices are just, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's not enough news to justify the prices that are out there now for things.
Yeah.
So people are just trying to take advantage, I think.
It's interesting because I've had that same feeling of like, it's nice to see good numbers, but it's why nothing's truly changed yet. I mean, there's been some announcements, but not really, so it's interesting you say that. So good. Okay. So I guess let's start off by saying, what the heck is Scratchies? Or somebody that doesn't know, somebody that's completely ignorant to it. What the heck is Scratchies?
Well, all I know is that it's a game, and it uses some level of functionality that has integrity built into it because they're using Chainlink. Other than that, I can't tell you. Okay. I'm not really looking into it because I don't care about it.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that's a different angle. See, before we started, I thought you saw it and you were like, I don't like what it is. You just don't care about it because
I'm not a consumer. I'm an investor.
Okay.
Somebody who has a lot of Tesla stock doesn't have a bunch of Tesla cars, right? So I believe in the product, but that doesn't mean I'm going to buy it. So yeah, for now, it's a game. I don't feel like playing games. I feel like investing because I'm building something. And playing games is when I've already finished building the wealth and I just want to, use it.
Well, but what about that concept that, it can possibly, I mean, it is basically a lottery ticket, but then you have that ability to stake that thing. That seems like an investment, no?
Yeah, I think, well, to some people, I think that's more of a game. I'm investing in not only the utility, but the foundational elements of the ecosystem. And so I believe in it enough to say, hey, that's one game that's going to come off of it. There's going to be many more games that come off of it.
Yeah.
I am very sure that I'm pretty sure that the game is going to be popular.
Sure.
Right. I do believe a lot of people will look at it and go, you know what? I game and I'm in these blockchain gaming things, and this is when I can actually see where I'll make something, or I have a chance to make something.
Yeah.
But I'm not. That's not why I got into Drip.
Yeah. Yeah. So from what I'm hearing, you're saying like it feels like a risk. It feels like a gamble. It's literally like a scratch ticket at the gas station. Like when you could just take your money and put it into the tried and true project that into Reservoir, into Drip, into Animal Farm, into the whole nine, rather than just sort of playing the game. I get what you're saying. So this is something that you mentioned a while back to me about the idea of this Scratchy's game being a lottery. of some sort, and how you said, like, for you, it kind of raises your eyebrows of, will regulation step in? Can they step in? But, like anytime it's tied to gambling,
Mhm.
it's kind of a risk. I remember you were talking about that. Can you expound on that?
Yeah, I don't think that this is gambling. I think gambling is more like a casino.
Okay.
This is more like Farmville. you
Okay.
know,
Okay.
like you can win stuff,
Mhm.
but it's not. It's not built to tell you, hey, you're gonna win the lotto. However, when it comes to games that are popular in blockchain gaming,
Mhm.
these kind of games are huge
Mhm.
because people are still coming to blockchain. A little bit, unfortunately, trying to get rich quick,
Yeah. Yeah. I get you.
right?
I
And
get
that's
you.
just a horrible idea. It's not that.
So yeah, and we titled this, Potter saying no to it, and as of right now, she's saying no, and I'll be honest, I don't even know my opinion on it. I really don't. I think I'm in the same camp as you, of I'm focusing on the tried and true thing that's working. I, I guess I'm of the mindset of version 2 is always a better idea. I mean,
I
no
see what you're
shade,
saying.
no
Yeah.
shade to the history or anything like that, but um, what I'm doing is working. What I'm in, I like and I understand, and um, yeah. So we had some other concepts we wanted to talk about. So fire away, fire away.
Right. So the garden, to me, that's my kind of game,
Yeah.
right? And as you can see, like Forex advertised it on his Telegram, there are a group of users who are using that economy to build a game,
Okay. Okay.
right? That's a little bit more my style because now I can use my current investment.
Hmm.
But I'm even concerned about other games that plays that I'm in. I'm like, am I really going to play it?
Mm.
You know, you tend to play games on a handheld device, and I think knowing Forex, that's where he's going.
Mm.
Forex is always a person that's not where current technology is,
Hmm.
right?
Because
He's
he's ahead.
always
So what you mean?
he's always where it's going,
Hmm.
right? So everybody's back here waiting for him to release everything so they can copy it.
Mm.
But if he's going Scratchy and he's talking about these other games, he's probably got some handheld games, in the picture. And when you think of the technology that's coming to blockchain, whether it's sidechain, whether it's borrowing against your drip, all of that is incredibly exciting. So for me,
Mm.
Scratchy is adding to that. But if you look at the release date, that's a bit of a ways off. Sorry, I have construction going on, of course,
Couldn't
above
even
me.
hear it. You're good. When is the release date? I don't even know it.
Scheduled to be announced
Got it.
by the end of the month. But
Okay.
remember, Animal Farm comes before Scratchy.
Okay. Yeah, and as well it should. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
Got it.
yeah, it was exciting last week, seeing everything, come to life. And if you take a look at what is driving drip down right now, more than likely it's the fact that B&B's bottom fell out,
Okay.
right? And that's the reason for that. But
That's good analysis.
it's just getting more and more interesting about the way news is being released. When I first got into crypto, I was like, what are rich people going to do? Are they going to fight? Right? Because this is obvious to see that this wealth is going to take over theirs. And now you're starting to see it.
Hmm.
They are using their um, their laws that were built to keep individuals from gaining too much power in a centralized manner
Mm-hmm.
to changing the rules to going after people who say, look, we're trying to show you that in no way do we want to take away from your economy, right? And here's everything publicly. And they're still going after people,
Hmm.
right? And saying, well, you can't prove that your fake that your fake internet money isn't swindling people out of their fake internet money.
Mm. So did something happen recently in the media that makes you say this?
Yeah, that developer got
He got
arrested.
arrested? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I,
but
I don't know much about it.
you know,
Yeah.
I don't think that developer was smart necessarily to say, "Hey, I am going to help people privatize something that I know is highly litigious and regulated.
Right. Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah.
that wasn't the best idea.
Right.
But to think that his freedom could be taken,
Yeah.
you know, and to know that the amount of legislation that you're seeing being pushed through about something nobody knows about
Yeah.
in a
That's trippy.
frantic manner,
Yeah. That's trippy.
right, is highly suspect. When you
Yeah.
take a look at the initial collapse of what happened, Terra Luna, the collapse, was an
Mm.
orchestrated attack by very wealthy people to
Mm.
do something in its public record. Why are you arresting a developer and not going after the rich people who planned the collapse of millions of dollars, of billions of dollars?
Mm.
Why not look at that? Because what they did was legal,
Mm-hmm.
right? But what we're doing is legal too, right? It is a scare thing. And here's the good thing about crypto. They've tried this before with Bitcoin. They attacked it hard. It wouldn't go away because people are like, we'll keep using it.
When
You
was
can
that? When you like when do you think you're referring to a time they attacked it? When was that?
2009.
Really?
Yeah. They've
Yeah.
been attacking it since 2009.
Wow.
Yeah. And so the thing about Bitcoin is, or crypto is, people are like, we don't want to use your commerce,
Mm-hmm.
right? We don't want to use it. Use ours. And they're going, okay, we'll make it so that yours looks like ours, but you can't make yours look like ours because yours is too old.
Mm-hmm.
Yours takes
Way too much
weeks to
time.
update,
Yeah.
years to project, move very slow things. This is faster, it's more nimble.
Mm-hmm.
And if people just start accepting it, you're going to have to outlaw it. The acceptance is too much. You're trying to fight a battle. It's like when people are trying to fight people from getting on the internet. You can't do that.
Jeez.
There are countries right now that are much smaller than the ones that we live in who are fighting like the dickens not to let their people get the internet. Some of the biggest ones are Cuba and North Korea.
Yeah.
Right? Because if they see how easy it is,
Yeah.
They'll possibly revolt. But I don't think people will revolt. I think people will just go, okay, this is something else.
Mm-hmm.
So that's annoying.
Well, and this is kind of a random thought, but Bitcoin, you mentioned how, it is faster and all that, and agreed that it is. Again, this is completely off topic. Is there a potential of Bitcoin being faster? And I'm meaning, because yes, it's much faster than traditional money, but can they speed up the process? Remember back in December, whenever I first made my initial investment in it, and I was like, oh man, it's taken a long time from Coinbase to whatever. Is there a way for them to speed that up?
Yes, there's ABS, A Byzantine, synchronization. You can increase your nodes, but I wasn't saying Bitcoin was faster. I said crypto was faster.
Right. Yeah. No. Again, that was just a random thought of mine that I had.
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. There's all kinds of infrastructure that you can put in.
Okay.
But the rich definitely control, all political everything, right? Mm-hmm. They have a reason to. They're highly motivated to do that, and it looks like some of the rich were thinking about getting into Bitcoin, but when that happened, it fell out. The bottom fell out. I think that they're like, okay, never mind. Now, I'm not saying those who crashed Terra Luna were necessarily bad, right? They needed to show that should a government put this as something that they build its back on, it's not ready, right? You can't find the bad guys quick enough to stop them, right? It's not ready because you can't tell a blockchain, hey, if this person makes it off that blockchain with that money, you're paying that money or we're shutting you down, right? So right now, these blockchains, they were just allowing transactions to go through, but now they need the tools that are built on top of the blockchain to help them find the bad guys. right? Because nobody was doing that. No one was making tools. Very few were making tools. Most people were trying to figure out ways to make money.
What time frame was this that you're referring to?
Since 2020.
Really?
Since you've seen DeFi start.
Yeah. Okay.
It's but the rich have something to be worried about. I mean, it is an economy that doesn't depend on you listening to corporate news or going to a corporate job, right? If you take a look at all the big networks, right, they advertise to corporate people. Yes, they advertise to middle America, but they advertise to corporate America, and corporate America tends to vote more, right? So corporate America tends to work in city governments, and you know that municipalities and states and the federal people are going to vote, right? So a lot of wealthy people are counting on that, because people like stability, and they frame it as only degens are out here, risking all of their money, when the credo is only risk what you can afford to lose, right? But we don't control any of the news media.
Yeah.
Right. We are consumers of it, and complaining about it won't help. Enlightening people about what I see or what we see won't help. It is only people becoming reliant upon a technology that will help improve their lives that will matter.
Yeah.
The only reason the internet was successful was because it did just that. Crypto
made life easier, made life
a lot easier.
Agreed. Yeah.
Right? Like you can your grandma can see you via camera if she's sick, Oh, heck yeah, I'm going to use the internet. You can get your reservation changed in the airport through the internet. Yes. What can I do for crypto? Well, I can improve another way for you to save.
Yeah.
I can make you so you get rich quick, then the tongues come out,
Yeah.
But no, it's not ready. There's nothing here. So that's why when you take a look at something like Drip and you see an architect like Forex putting together an architecture that people don't even understand they need yet, that's why I want to invest in the infrastructure and not only, the games. Like I'm interested in the Pigpen game.
Yeah.
But it's already in the platform.
Yeah.
Right. This game is outside of it's a part of the platform, but it's another entity.
Okay. So I didn't realize that. I thought it was just going to be built on like the Animal Farm website or something. That I didn't know. Okay.
It probably is. It's probably going to feel like that, but generally, a game, you want to click. Even when I volunteer for Meals on Wheels, we have an app now. Right. When I used to do paper, it was so frustrating. But the app made it so convenient. But the challenge with the app is everybody's phone gets wrecked, right? So if you're doing crypto on a phone, stop it. So you have to worry about that as well, okay? And Forex is a security guy. So he's going, okay, do I want to couple that with the infrastructure, or do I want to keep that apart so if that gets popped, it doesn't get into their wallet? So many considerations that he has to go through.
By the way, if you're watching this in playback, I would like you to drop a comment saying whether or not do you do all your crypto on your phone, or do you use your computer? Because Potter and I have talked about this quite a bit, and I feel like a majority of the people are on their phone, and I could be wrong. I mean, I'm sure there's quite a few people, like Potter, that are on their computer and whatnot. But it just feels like there's probably a lot of people on their phone. So I could be wrong.
Yeah, there are, and it's kind of funny because if you go to a black hat convention where cybersecurity people get together, you better not get on that network. Your phone's gonna get took. So that tells you that if somebody's highly motivated, and they can follow you, then they're gonna get on your phone. So why risk it? It's a bank to me, right? So likelihood low, impact high, medium risk, right?
Well, I guess the overall arching thing here is that currently Potter's saying no, and the reason she's saying no, to be honest with you, I appreciate your reasoning for saying no, is that you're not about the consumerism part. It just, no shade to anybody that does it, but for you, it's just not your cup of tea.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, not yet, exactly. And I think it's a good point to make. Not yet. Who knows? Who knows what it will turn into? Who knows the utility it could be used for? But as of right now, Potter's saying no, and I tend to lean towards about 90% of what she says. So yeah, I'm gonna agree.
Okay, what's the 10% that you don't?
I'm still figuring that out. I'll tell you no.
Okay. You're just like, I can't tell her I'm all in. No. But I think it's smart to say, let me see.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
The whole point of the show is to give another side.
Yep.
Or another voice, because sometimes our voice might be agreeing with the rest of the choir.
Yep.
Right. And so you can go to the big guys. You can come here where we don't ask you to like, subscribe, or follow.
Yeah.
We want you to just enjoy the content and our growth on this crazy crypto adventure together.
Absolutely. You ran the gamut. You got anything in closing? I got nothing in closing. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I want you to tell them about your power.
So right before we were hopping on here, my power just completely cut out. Power. I was a wee bit late to get in here, but the lights are back on.
So so this is only for the people who stayed at the end of the show.
Yes.
So what Matt does know is that I'm a professional paranormal investigator. And what Matt doesn't know is how many people tell me, wow, right before I was supposed to talk to you, my power went out. So we can stop the show right there.
See, I knew it would trip her out. If I said it. I was almost like I might wait till afterwards, but I told her before. So we're here every Thursday, Friday. If you're feeling squirrely, slide on by. Appreciate you being here, and keep following us on this journey. We're just gonna keep cranking it out. This is our documentation of our process in this trippy world of DeFi and financial power. Got anything? Because if not, I'm hitting the button.
Well, everybody, hey, check out Matt Lane from Matt Lane Fitness.
Yes.
If you want to get healthy and buff. Other than that, I don't have anything else.
Well, builders, keep building.
Keep on.